there guys, Megan around JC, and last time we covered 6 reasons as to why you possibly could be having trouble astral projecting. Today we'll be covering the rest of the 13 reasons, with the next 7 reasons as to why you're having trouble astral projecting. So, reason number 7. You're waiting. You're waiting. The objective here is to shift your mindset into a mindset that you've never even experienced before, by utilizing little shifts within your mindsets, which have been reinforced by the practice of certain steps within your method, in order for you to fall into this new mindset, this new shift of consciousness, which will allow you to experience an astral projection. You cannot do that if your headspace is in the headspace of waiting, anticipation, just sitting there like this. When you anticipate, when you wait, that's a new headspace. It's completely different from the headspace that you need to be in. Therefore, you're never going to astral project if you're constantly waiting on it. If anything, it would pay off a lot better in the long run if you just paid attention to the mindsets that you were previously in during the practice of the specific steps of any technique that you're doing. Number 8, you're possibly on stimulants. Now, here's the weird thing. Not just the classic stimulants that you hear of all the time on health shows and TV, such as sugars, saturated sugars, which keep you really awake and buzzed. Also neglecting reading the ingredients on the food labels, therefore not realizing how much sugar you're actually intaking. It's not just the stimulants dealing with caffeine in the sugar, and not even realizing that there's actually more caffeine in tea than there is in coffee. Especially the PG tips. After I was done drinking half of my mug of tea back in the day when I used to drink tea, I was thinking about making another one. That is when I noticed that I was addicted to tea. When you're drinking tea and you're thinking about making another tea and you haven't even finished the remaining tea left in the mug, it's a problem. That could also contribute towards you not astral projecting. Maybe you're just too dosed up on tea, especially if you live in London. It's kind of a cultural thing to drink a lot of tea and eat a lot of scones, or bread on toast, beans on toast, sausage and mash, pies. If you're from Britain, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Not just these stimulants, but also Facebook. Oh, he's talking about Facebook like everybody else again. No, Facebook, TV, stimulants that demand your time. A stimulant is anything that excites you, okay? Not just mentally on a biological level, but also emotionally. If you're emotionally excited, adrenaline courses throughout your veins, okay? For example, always wanting to know what the next episode of The Vampire Diaries is on your Netflix account, okay? That excites you, you're checking it all the time. Those distractions are stimulants. And when you remove those stimulants, your body, psychologically and physiology, changes. So much so that it's no longer anticipating future potential excitement triggers within your, surroundings. Therefore, you're always in a relaxed state internally. So you'll need to get rid of these external causes of stimulation within your body, your emotional body, your mental body, and even your physical body. That will help you when it comes to astral projection, because then you won't always be wired to stay awake. Not only that, but it will help with your circadian rhythms. You'll be able to get to sleep on time and wake up on time. This isn't included in the tips, but I'm going to talk about it now because it just came to mind. Really, I should change the title to 14 reasons. Sleep is very important when it comes to astral projection. If you haven't had an adequate amount of sleep, then your body and your mind won't be rested enough so that it can stay aware during your astral projection technique, okay? At the end of that technique, you need to be at a certain level of awareness. Your mentality needs to be alert to a certain degree. If you're mentally stressed or drained, you're going to fall asleep. You're not going to be able to astral project. And that could possibly be due to the fact that you were up way too late watching things on TV or working. And then you wake up in the morning drained, and then you go to astral project expecting to leave your body, and then it doesn't happen. Your circadian rhythms need to be perfect, okay? Now, if you're working too much to the point where you can't get into that, way of being, where you're always fine, you're always alert, you're always rested perfectly, a perfect balance to the point where you can have an out-of-body experience, what days can you rest? Or can you get an adequate amount of sleep? Try it out on those days, and those days only. Otherwise, book time off work. That's what I used to do. When I used to work for somebody else, I would book about 2 weeks off work and then just astral project. Where are you going? Are you going on a holiday, they would say. Kind of. No, I'm just going to stay in my bed. Just going to relax at home. Not really going to go anywhere that you would know of, really. Hint, hint. So yeah, guys, just a tip. This could help. This will help. It's helped me out within my past to get over that blockage, I guess, that issue that I was having when it comes to astral projection. It helped me experience the art of leaving the body enough times to the degree that I could then pull from that experience to the point where I no longer have to do techniques to leave my body. I can just go. So you need to build enough experience so that you can experience this, or at least so that you can remember that headspace, allowing you to trigger it at a later date of time. Your future, your best self, leaving the body whenever you want. So number 9, 4 left to go. People are overeating before they astral project. If you overeat, you're not going to astral project at all. It's really heavy, it drains your energy. You just feel really lethargic. You cannot be asked to stay disciplined within your practices. No matter what it is, you just want to go to sleep. And that's because your physical body needs time. It needs to shut off all of these other functions of your body so that it can put all of its energy and focus towards digesting the food that you've just eaten, especially if it's something heavy like bread, grains, flour, Chinese food, pizza, stuff like that. It's going to use up a lot of energy within your body to digest your food. Therefore, you're not going to have enough energy reserves in order to think, to shift your awareness, to achieve astral projection. Don't eat before you astral project. You can drink something, but drink something small so that you don't have to get up to go to the loo, and then you'll be fine. Number 10, people aren't taking this practice serious enough. Remember earlier when I talked about me booking time off work? Would you do that? Would you book time off work? Or would you rather use that time booked off work to go on holiday? Maybe a road trip. Yeah, maybe repaint or decorate the house. It's anything else but astral projection. The reason why people think that way is because they honestly don't believe that astral projection is that important. They're putting other things in replacement of astral projection because they believe that that other thing has more value to them than leaving the body, flying out into space, having an expanded awareness, knowing how things work. Doesn't make sense when I put it like that. But that's because they're not thinking about what astral projection could potentially give to them, what it could allow them to experience. Therefore, they will always prefer the experience of something else that they already know has some sort of value. Maybe fishing. They'll rather go on a fishing trip because they know that they can catch fish. Therefore, it's guaranteed that they would win or succeed in that endeavor. Whereas astral projection is more of a hit or miss. You may do it, but you may not. So how serious are you? Do you believe that you could do it again? Do you want to invest your time, coupled with the belief that you could potentially stumble upon something, a game changer, which will allow you to leave your body so that you can astral project? Do you want to do that? Or do you want to go see Craig? Watch some TV, Netflix and chill, right? So how serious are you? If you're not that serious, you can get serious. Just think about what it could give to you, what you could experience, how different you'll be once you come out of the astral projection, once you come back to 3D, the shift within your consciousness, the personality change, how that change is going to impact your decision making within this reality to the point where you're no longer stressless, you're no longer acting out when people are triggering you. Getting over your issues, seeing how to become more independent, more abundant. Step into your best version or remain how you are with what you've already got. Number 11, people are looking at this practice as if it's like baking a cake. These people are way too logical. Okay, it doesn't matter how perfect of a technique you follow. If you're too perfect, you're going to fail because each technique needs to be taught to an individual in a way where it meets their needs. Everyone's attention span is different. Therefore, you should be focusing on certain things within certain techniques for a certain period of time, uniquely adapted to you. If you know you could focus for long periods of time, then you can do certain techniques for longer periods of time. If you know that you can't, Do it for a certain period of time, then stop. Otherwise, if somebody's telling you to do a step for like 20 minutes and you know that you can't focus for that long because it takes up too much mental energy, you'll become tired, you'll become exhausted, you'll lose focus, and then you'll fall asleep later on when you try to initially astral project. So it's not like baking a cake. Don't look at it like that at all. Know yourself, or in other words, know thyself, and adapt any technique to your own specific needs. And try to increase your attention span. I've talked about this before on my YouTube channel. Whenever you're excited about something, you pay more attention to it. So before you astral project, maybe do some groundwork, right? Lay the foundation. Look into other people who have also astral projected, and then realize what's possible for you because they've also experienced it. That will cause you to wonder, get excited. Therefore, that excitement will fuel your meditation. Just don't get too excited. You know what I mean? Which gets me into my next reason number 12. People are too used to encouraging excitement. We're taught from a young age how to do that, okay? Jump scares in movies. Get excited. Adrenaline rushes, a little bit of fear. It feels good, right? For a while, the relief. Oh, it's not real. You nudge your friend next to you in the cinema seat. However, then you'll go and watch another movie the following day even, or maybe you'll come home and plug in a scary movie, right? Thrill seekers, adrenaline junkies also do the same thing. Each time they do something, it's for the excitement. So we chase excitement, we want to feel excited. That's a problem with astral projection, because we want to get excited when we're flying in the astral realm. We also get excited about how excited we're going to be once we initially leave the body. You'll see why that's a problem, because once you get excited again, same as with the waiting, it's a different headspace. It's a different mindset, which is completely different to the mindset you need to be in order to astral project. So how would you get over this? Well, you'd want to unlearn everything. Or in other words, don't give yourself a reason to be excited. The way I did it, if I found myself becoming excited, I would say to myself, okay, well, now that I'm excited, there's no way I'm going to astral project, because the last time I tried and I got excited, I failed. Knowing that I failed in that moment automatically diminishes my excitement levels. But I still sit there just in case. And then I would often leave my body. The last time I did this, I was around about 16. When I finally pushed past my excitement, I woke up and my bed covers were pink. I was in a completely different reality where things were different. My black carpet was blue. So your experience after you get over your excitement will be different, most likely. If not, your room will be completely clean. That's just how it is in the astral realm. Now, number 13. It's not for me. Excuse. Come on, man. Be honest with yourself. I have also gone through this. With me, I tried telekinesis. And I thought, oh, this isn't for me. I've got the ability of astral projection. Obviously, I'm just supposed to be doing that, right? No. No. Matter of fact, within my younger childhood, I have experienced moving things with my chi, if that's what you want to call it, or with my mind. I'm not quite sure what it is. I haven't perfected it. But I have experienced times within my past where I've done other abilities, and yet I could still astral project. So I've obviously got more than one. And yet I decided to lean on my astral projection ability because it made me feel good rather than feeling bad every time I failed at something else. Okay, so it's just a psychological thing. I wanted to feel some sort of level of accomplishment. So I just astral projected rather than continuing the pursuit of another ability. And a lot of people out there are doing the same thing. They've got other abilities. Maybe they're a clairvoyant. Maybe they can see the future, which is the same thing. Maybe they can read auras. Maybe they're telepathic. Maybe they're empathic. They can feel people's emotions. Rather than learning a new skill, they'll prefer to lean on what they could already do. You can do wonders. Trust me. You're supposed to have every ability under the sun. We're all supposed to be able to do things. So never doubt yourself. Never just lean on something else. It's only good to go back to what you can do when you get frustrated with something that you're having trouble with. As a little break, I say to a lot of people, if you're having trouble astral projecting, take about a week to 2 weeks where you're not doing anything, you're not attempting astral projection. Allow yourself to recuperate, rejuvenate your energies just to be fine. Mentally, psychologically. Stress levels back to 0. Okay, and then try to astral project. Your success rate will peak. Be patient with this. You'll be able to leave your body once you understand what you're doing wrong. I'm Ryan James Cropper. If you want to know how to astral project, maybe you need the full course, then go over to ryancropper.com. I've got the full course there. I do tend to expand on that. If you've got the full course already and you haven't looked at it for a while, go back over there because I've recently updated a video where I've added a Skype consultation where I was teaching somebody how to astral project, and I put that clip it about 30 minutes, and I added it to the additional information within the course, okay? Because a lot of people can't ask me questions during the courses. So I decided to upload a video where somebody is asking me questions and I'm responding back to them. That coupled with these videos, you're going to be able to astral project at some point. I'm Ryan JC, Ryan James Cropper. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Check out Ryan Cropper's Friends, the Facebook group where people discuss how to astral project and their techniques and their progression within that area of expertise. And I'll speak to you guys pretty soon. Peace.